The reason you're broke isn't bad luck. It's not the economy. It's not because making money is hard. It's because you keep doing the habits, the mindsets, and the things that keep you stuck exactly where you are. For years, I struggled. I literally tried everything. And I felt like I was making progress. But no matter what I did, I stayed broke. And now looking back, I see exactly what was holding me back. So today, I'm ranking all of the mistakes, all of the things that were keeping me broke on a tier list. All the way from the things that aren't a big deal to the things that completely destroyed my ability to make more money. And if you're making these mistakes right now, you need to fix them immediately. Now, I've put together a free video training in which I share with you everything I did step by step to make 1K per day. I'm literally giving away all the secrets, so I highly suggest you go check it out when you're done with this video. And if you're actually serious about making more money, I'm offering free strategy calls where together we'll come up with a game plan for you to hit $10,000 per month as quickly as possible. The links will be in the bio. And when we get to 30,000 subs, I'll be giving away $2,000. All you need to do to win that money is to watch the video until the end, share it with a friend, and subscribe. That's it. So starting with C tier, these are the things that slowed me down, but they weren't the biggest killers. The first one is focusing on morning routines instead of just getting to work. So at one point, I was completely obsessed with optimizing my mornings. I thought if I could just wake up at the perfect time, meditate, journal, drink some weird green juice, and take a cold shower, then I would somehow magically make so much more money. But here's the truth. Successful people aren't successful just because of their morning routine. They're successful because they work harder and smarter than everyone else on the right opportunities. That's literally it. Nowadays, I get up, I make myself a cup of tea, and I get straight to work. That's when I do the most difficult, the most cognitively demanding tasks. And ever since I've been doing this, my income 10x'd. So the change was drastic. In fact, back when I was obsessing over waking up super early or taking cold showers, doing all of these weird things, that's when I was making no money, $0 per month. So don't waste time. Don't fall for unnecessary routines because you're just falling for the trap of productive procrastination. You feel like you're actually working, doing something productive, but you're just avoiding the work. That's the truth. Now, the next mistake I made was watching make money videos online as entertainment. I would spend hours every single day binge watching finance and business content just to feel like I would learn something. But in reality, I was consuming instead of taking action. And like with cold showers and meditations and long morning routines, it feels like you're being productive, like you're learning something, but it's just your brain tricking you into not taking action because deep down, you're afraid or you just don't want to bother doing the work. That's the truth. And back then, when I was binge watching so much content, I felt like if I just watched one more video, then I would finally discover the secret and everything would change. But here's the thing I want you to realize. Just because you're not watching Netflix doesn't mean you're not entertaining yourself. And so I never felt ready. You will never feel ready to start. The only thing that actually changed my life and my income, it was putting in the work. So if you spend most of your time consuming instead of actually taking action, no wonder why you're not making as much money as you want. That's the reason. Now let's move on to B tier, the mistakes that really hurt me financially. And the biggest one of them was dropshipping. Look, I know dropshipping works for some people and they can make a lot of money doing it. But for most people, myself included, dropshipping is a complete disaster. So a few years ago, I didn't really have that much money to invest, but I poured all of my time and all of my money into trying to make a dropshipping business work. I was testing products, setting up ads, dealing with suppliers. And what did I get in the end? Tiny profit margins, annoying customers, and I had more of a full-time job than a job, and I wasn't earning anything. And even when I managed to make a couple sales, I didn't keep any of the money because costs were so damn high. I didn't even break even. I lost thousands of dollars and most of my time. Facebook ads would eat away at my profit margins. Annoying customers would want refunds for literally no reason. They would pretend the product was broken when it wasn't, and that would kill my cash flow. And then I just realized I was building a business on a foundation of sand. It wasn't solid. And every time I would look at the competition, see what they were selling, and I'd want to copy them because I thought they must have been more successful than me when I had no way to actually know that. So I was stuck with shiny object syndrome like that. And that's why eventually I switched to high ticket consulting. So instead of earning $50 per sale and not even $5 in profit, I started to charge thousands of dollars to help people to fix painful problems. If you take a look at the first videos I posted on my YouTube channel, in 2022, I started off with helping entrepreneurs to book more meetings for their business. And for that offer, I started to charge thousands of dollars. And that was a game changer for me. Now, another huge mistake was trying to have balance. For years, I told myself I needed to have work-life balance. I told myself I needed to take it slow, to relax, to enjoy the journey, to not do painful work, to only do the things I felt like doing. After all, I didn't want to be stuck in the traditional corporate world. But that mindset kept me broke for a long time. Because the truth is, if you want to obtain extraordinary results, you cannot act like an average person. You need to go all in. And the reason why 99% of people never succeed is because they don't have the ability to go all in on one thing. They spread themselves thin. They try to balance their job and multiple side hustles and multiple businesses and 10 different hobbies all at the same time, instead of just picking the best opportunity to make money online and focusing on it relentlessly. And if you do that, eventually you start to earn more money than you do with your day job, and you can quit your job and go full-time. And now your life is never the same. Every morning I wake up and I'm free. I don't have to worry about going and working a soul-crushing job I hate just to make a measly 2K per month. That's the power of building a real profitable business. So once I dropped this idea of balance and I just focused on winning, everything changed for me. Now let's move on to 8 year. These are the mistakes that straight up destroyed my ability to make more money. One of the biggest was avoiding difficult tasks. It's funny because when I was broke, I knew what I needed to do. But instead of doing it, I would waste my time on low effort, low impact, easy tasks. Instead of selling, making offers to people, I would tweak my website. I would make a new logo. Instead of reaching out to customers, I would just redesign my banner. And instead of making offers, I would overthink my pricing. But what I had to learn the hard way is that usually the tasks that you're avoiding are exactly the tasks you need to do to make more money. Taking sales calls is hard. Making daily content is difficult. Pitching people can be uncomfortable. But those are the exact things that will make you a lot of money. So if you keep avoiding the hard things, you are going to stay broke forever. Now, if you have a problem with being sold something, then that's probably why you're broke. Just think about this. How can you hope to have a profitable business if you can't even handle being sold something? If you're afraid of sales? Because money isn't just going to magically appear in your bank account. Someone has to exchange it with you. And this only happens when you have something of value to sell. But if every time you hear a pitch, you get annoyed, skeptical, or defensive, it shows you your own mindset is limiting you. The most successful people in the world not only respect sales, but they love it because they understand every dollar, every penny they've ever made, it always came from somebody wanting to buy the valuable products or services they were providing. Money is simply a tool we use to exchange value. So the more value you bring to others, the more money you're gonna make. It's really that simple. So if that's you need to shift your mindset from sales is bad to sales is the lifeblood of every successful business. Because the moment you embrace that, everything changes. Now, another thing that completely killed my focus and my income was lust. This one might surprise you, but just hear me out. Lust, whether it's chasing women, partying, or focusing too much on relationships, it can actually destroy your ability to focus and to earn more money. Every time I let myself get distracted by the thought of chasing pleasure, my income suffered because my energy was drained, my focus was scattered, and I lost sight of what actually mattered. So I had to make a choice: live for short-term pleasures or go all in to build my empire. You've got to make that same choice too. But once I was able to remove all distractions and to stop wasting time on the things that didn't serve me, I leveled up extremely fast. Now finally, we're at S tier, the single biggest thing that kept me broke for years. And if you haven't guessed it already, it's shiny object syndrome. This is the number one reason why most people never make any money. They constantly jump from one business to the next, never just sticking with one thing enough time to master it and to make it into a success. I was the worst at this. One month I was doing dropshipping. The next month I would do affiliate marketing. Then I tried growing Instagram team pages to resell them, SMMA, selling ebooks, selling courses, having a YouTube channel. But I never focused on one thing long enough to master it and to make it work. Until now, that is. But so every time I switched from one thing to the next, I started from scratch all over again. So can you imagine the amount of time I wasted doing these things? The moment I finally committed to one business model, high ticket consulting, and I went all in, that's when I started to make ridiculous amounts of money in an incredibly short amount of time. So if you're constantly chasing new opportunities instead of just focusing on one business, you're going to stay broke for a long time. The difference between broke me and successful me is very simple. I stopped jumping from one thing to the next. I stopped just mindlessly consuming content instead of applying the things I learned in the content. I stopped wasting so much time on unnecessary morning routines and distractions. I stopped trying to have balance instead of just going all in. And I stopped selling low ticket garbage instead of selling high ticket offers. And most importantly, I started to do the hard things every day. Because at the end of the day, success isn't complicated. You have to stop doing the things that are keeping you broke. You literally have to do the opposite. So now you've got a choice. You can keep doing the same things you've been doing and you will stay stuck in the same position. 6 months down the line, 12 months down the line, nothing will have changed. If anything, everything will have only gotten worse because you get better or you get worse. Stagnation isn't real, it's an illusion. Or you can just wake up and make the conscious decision to take control over your financial future and to make no excuses. So what's it gonna be for you? Now, like I said at the beginning of this video, I've put together a free video training in which I'm going to explain everything I did step by step to make 1K per day with my business. I'm literally giving away all the secrets, so I highly suggest you go check it out. And if you're serious about making more money, I'm offering free strategy calls where together we're going to come up with a game plan for you to hit $10,000 per month. But be quick because spots fill up extremely quickly. The links will be in the bio. With that being said, I will see you on the other side.